Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are all having a blessed week. Hey, we got a little bit of noise pollution today. We got the garbage men are whipping through the neighborhood. I got the neighbor's dog yapping at some squirrel over here on the fence. But this is the first chance I've had to make some videos this week, so I figured I better get out here and do it. So listen, I wanted to talk to you about some scriptures in the book of Mark. And we're going to start in verse 8:34 to 37. Or 38, and this is what it says. Whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's, the same shall save it. And then verse 36 and 37, this is the biggest question of all time. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Guys, listen. That question is called the big exchange. That's what it is. It's the exchange. What are you willing to exchange your soul for? What is there in this world, in the flesh, that is so important that you want to have it right now for maybe 50, 60 years at best, and then spend eternity in a lake of fire? You know, that's completely nuts. You know, I've often known many people. I got one daughter like this. If you walked up to them and said, listen, I will give you $1,000 right now. Here's the money. I'll give you $1,000 right now. Or if you wait for 2 years, 2 years from today, I'll give you $25,000. How many people do you know that wouldn't wait for the 25 grand, they'd take the $1,000 today? I know several. That's what it's like to want everything now and then spend eternity in a lake of fire, instead of denying yourself now and getting it all then. Mark 11:12 to 14 goes on to say, and on the morrow they came to Bethany, and he was hungry. And seeing a fig tree afar off with leaves on it, he came, if haply he might find something there on it. And when he came to the fig tree, he found nothing but leaves, for it was not the time of figs yet. And Jesus said unto the fig tree, let no fruit bear on thee henceforth forever. And the apostles heard him say it. And in the next morning they passed by, and they saw the fig tree dried up from the roots. And Peter, calling to remembrance, said unto him, Master, behold, the fig tree that you cursed, look at it, it's completely withered. You know what? Your life is just like that fig tree. Your entire life, your guardian angels are putting together circumstances, bringing people into your life, just waiting for one day for you to respond to the gospel. One day for you to say, you know what, Lord, this is not working for me. God, this is not working for me. Lord, would you show me a better way? Lord, would you forgive me? And Lord, I know that Jesus died on the cross. I accept that. God is waiting for that to happen. But listen. One day, just like Jesus walking up to that fig tree and finding nothing on it, one day will be the last time that God comes by to look at you to see if there's any fruit whatsoever, any change at all. One day, just like this video you're watching right now, you're going to hear the message of the gospel for the very last time. So Jesus had cursed the fig tree, and the disciples called his attention to it. And then he said something very strange to them. It's found in Mark 11:22. And Jesus said unto them, have faith in God. 23 goes on to say, for verily I say unto you that whosoever shall say to this mountain, be thou removed, and be cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe those things which he saith shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he says. Therefore I say unto you, what things soever ye desire, when ye pray, believe, and ye shall receive them. So Jesus cursed the fig tree, and then he goes on to tell the disciples, you see what I just did? You can do that. He said you can do that. Anything you pray about, if you believe in your heart and it's according to God's will, you're going to get it. But then at the end of that, he puts a stipulation on it. Verse 25 is the stipulation about anything you pray for. He says, and when you stand praying, forgive. If you have anything against anybody else, forgive, so that your Father in heaven will forgive you. He says, if you don't forgive, neither will God forgive you. So this is what he's saying there. He's saying that anything you pray for, anything, you have to be clean with everybody else. There can't be anybody you haven't forgiven. There can't be anybody you hold a grudge against. Your prayer life and the things you get from God is directly connected to how you forgive others. That's what it says. So guys, two things I want you to remember about this. One day you're going to hear the gospel for the last time. That's an absolute fact. And what are you going to give in exchange for your soul? And next, anything you ask God, anything you pray about, if it's according to his will, you will get it if you don't doubt. But when you pray, you have to forgive others in order for your prayers to be effective. Anyhow, I just want to give you something to think about. Heaven or hell, you choose. Just remember, once you take your last breath,